I will love it. And I think I deserve it.
Wow, I haven't been this surprised since my girl took a vibrator up my poop chute, but here we are. Other sources are telling us that scripts are constantly changing and that Clayface is a big addition to the Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2. Something in the rain. So, Clayface. Is it the Clayface that we're used to from the Batman animated series? Or is this going to be some Darkman type shit where he wears a hoodie and stabs people with knives and it's going to be all emo and sad and depressing in the rain? I don't know what's going to be happen, but either way, here we are. Let's see what happens.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
Now, if you're not familiar with Clayface, this is from the Golden Age era of Basil Carlo. That was his original name. The original Clayface was an actor who was driven mad when he heard of a remake of the classic horror film he starred in, The Terror. Adopting the persona of the film's villain Clayface, he became a serial killer targeting the cast and crew. And this is what he looked like from the 1930s, 40s, and onward. Now, I feel like this is the direction that Matt Reeves is going to go in because his world is so realistic that having a 10-foot tall Clayface is not really gonna go well with the general audience, especially since this is the world that we're inhabiting in. So we see. I'm also hearing that Harvey Dent might also make an appearance in the Batman Part 2. There's also been rumors that Harvey Dent might show up in the Joker Fale à Deux as Harvey Dent, not as Two-Face, you know, the criminal mastermind that we all know and love, looking like fucking Darkman and shit. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. As you all know, if you're not aware, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Batman. Something, it just wasn't my thing. I felt it was too slow. It was way too over dramatic, just way too over serious. But again, it's Batman, so I get it, I understand it. But I'm hoping for this time around, the action will be amped up. And because my only complaints was it was very slow, it was very long, and the action sequences were kind of meh. They were just meh. But other than that, I love the cast. I love the score. I thought Robert Pattinson did a fantastic job. I love Matt Reeves. I love the direction. I love the way Gotham looked. It's just, if they could just amp up the action, I think that would be A-okay. And I don't know. I really don't feel like they're going to go with the monster of Basil Carlo Clayface. I feel like they're going to go the Zodiac serial killer route once again, which is weird because we already did that with the Riddler of Paul Dano, which was heavily based on like Seven and David Fincher shit. So to do that again, I feel like that would be kind of repetitive, but, we'll see. They're talented directors. They are talented writers. I'm sure they have a new concept, a new idea how to introduce Basil Carlo that won't take away the reality of the world that Matt Reeves built here. So we shall see. But either way, I'm excited for it. And who's going to be Clayface? We don't know. I wonder how the design of Clayface is going to look. Again, I will be totally shocked. I will be shocked if they went completely the comic book route and just made up this, this literal monster out of a man. But again, I don't think they're going to do that. I really don't think. Now, if this was James Gunn DCU, we would totally get the monster 10-foot tall Clayface. And I think it could work because, in James Gunn's DCU, it's going to be very, very comic booky. It's going to be very hyper realistic. Unfortunately, over here, I think Matt Reeves kind of put himself in the corner where it's too realistic, where you can't really have villains like Mr. Freeze or Clayface unless you do something that makes it make sense within the real world that you built. And I feel like that kind of takes away from the magic of the Batman villains, which at the end of the day they're all very silly. Like this whole world is very silly anyway. So the fact that you kind of limited yourself in making these grandiose villains. But hey, I trust in Matt Reeves. I think he could make it work. I think it could be really, really creepy, especially if you make Basil Carlo all deformed and shit, sort of like Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger type shit. I think that could work within this world. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. Batman Part 2, I will be there with swimwear. And we shall see what Matt Reeves does with this world. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. As always, hit like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, your sister's ass cheeks. And as always, truth out. Mwah! Big kiss.
You know you can go to jail for that shit, huh?
What?
Riding a nigga dick with no license.